Welcome back to Rimworld. So, one of the comments that I've seen quite frequently is, please, for the love of God, start working on the cult stuff. So we are going to be doing that one today. Don't worry about that. Now, the other thing I've also set up here is kind of an explanation. I kind of had a little bit of an epiphany earlier about how we would do the gauntlet system for getting people to recruit to the colony. And I want to find the best way to explain it. So I prepared for you guys, and I'll put a timestamp on screen for those of you who don't want to sit through this, this presentation I'm about to give. The rules for joining this colony, what we is building of. It's very straightforward. With this presentation, you are going to learn how exactly we're going to bring people on board, how they're going to get recruited into each faction, and how they're going to maintain their membership of the colony. So, first things first. If a character has one of the following, they're already a candidate to go into the gauntlet. This doesn't mean they're automatically added into the colony permanently, it just means they are ready for the challenge to see if they're permanently added. So, vampires automatically go to Jill, werewolves / genetic monsters automatically go to Donnet, Force users, cyborgs automatically go to Krupp, and wizards go to Bonnet Bigley. All of those characters will automatically qualify to go into the Death Gauntlet. That will be, well, potentially not Death Gauntlet, as the name pending on that one, but we'll talk about that one in a second. Then, if you look at the second paragraph here, we've got characters with good skills / good traits will also be considered candidates as well. So we're just looking for decent recruits. You know, if we have a guy who's got 20 construction turn up, we don't just want to kill him because he's not a werewolf or a vampire or a cyborg or whatever. They still, you know, should be given that opportunity to join the colony. So it says that Eagle gets first dibs on other characters as long as her faction isn't bigger, because she doesn't really have a qualifier. So we've got all of the 4 other factions in that first paragraph with automatic qualifiers. Eagle doesn't really have that. There's nothing really like culty about particular characters. Cult-mindedness is a stat which will increase and decrease the same as, you know, recreation or food or anything like that. You have to keep that high yourself. So, Eagle gets first dibs on anyone else who doesn't fall into any of those categories, as long as their faction isn't the biggest. So, if Eagle has 6 people in her faction, we can't then recruit someone else, unless every other faction has 6 members. Characters assigned to factions depending on skills or traits, so high medical will be preferred by Donnet, high intellectual will be preferred by Krupp, high social to Eagle, high survival skills to Jilp, high combat to Bonnet, etc. But we'll deal with it on a case-by-case basis. All candidates have to prove themselves in the arena. Please turn to page 2. This is page 2. Welcome to page 2. They're not really numbered. They're also not really pages. We all know that. So, procedure for joining and remaining in the colony. This is the big bit, and this is where the arena aspect of things is going to come in. So, the gauntlet, I sort of discussed before, would be kind of fighting undead. A fist fight with Bonnet's undead. That way, if they died, the undead would be released and they become new ones. I thought that was a cool idea, but I thought of something way more thematic. So, this entire series, we've spent time running away from Donnets, and Donnets has occasionally collared one of them. Krupp's taken a little bit of damage here and there, but most of the time we've been running away from Werewolf Fury Donnets. So I figured, why not have the Donnet's Moon Fury Gauntlet Challenge patent pending? Every full moon of a Skella, so there are 3 full moons. There's a couple that are kind of clustered together, and then one that's a little more distant from the other 2. The moon of a Skella will say whenever that goes off, this tournament will begin. It's going to be based in a big maze. Donnets and candidates will be in the center, and anybody who survives the Moon Fury Rampage by running through the maze using clever tactics, you know, trying to avoid him, those ones will be the ones recruited. The dead will go to Bonnet, as long as his faction isn't the largest, and he can upgrade some of his undead if we choose to. You know, we don't have to take them all on. I want to avoid using the undead as much as possible, because they are a little bit OP, aren't they? It says that factions get to pick and choose from the winners. Who gets who's based on the previous slide. So like I said before, anybody who survives this gauntlet will go to the faction depending on their skill set or their traits or whatever. Then we're also going to have yearly championships. As in Rimworld year, not as in real life year, because this series won't be going on for a year. I hate to break it to you. So every, say, I don't know, summer season in Rimworld, we will have ourselves a championship. The colony will be based on a meritocracy, so those are... a meritocracy is where the skill set of the people determine who leads. So the most, you know, intelligent, smart, strong candidate will be the one in head of the faction. Obviously, we're not going to put Jilp and Donnets and Bonnet into arena and have them all kill themselves off, seeing as they are the titular characters. Instead, what we'll have is the second in command. Now, everybody will get a rank depending on what they do for their particular faction. So Jilp will be automatically ranked one of the vampires. The second most powerful vampire, the second most skilled vampire will be rank 2, and the third most skilled one will be rank 3, etc., etc. The second highest rank will fight in an arena once per year. All the best factions will put forth their best candidate, and we'll see who wins. It's just blood sport for blood sport's sake this time around. But I thought it'd be kind of fun as well, especially like the ranking system, because that way it means we can sort of denote how useful people are beyond just, you know, their skills and giving them points and things like that. So the undead, for example, if we take a look, I mean, Eddie's got 9 construction now. Oliver, 12 plants. He's fairly good. It's kind of a tie for second place. I think, you know, like Eddie would be ranked 2, Oliver would be ranked 3, etc. So Eddie would be the one fighting in the arena if he dies. Oliver is obviously upgraded to rank 2. Until eventually, if we keep doing that, we're going to build ourselves up a decent level of, ideally, increasing skills within our colony, because the crap ones are going to be killed off, and then the good ones are going to take their place, in theory. Or, you know, because it's Rimworld and everything's semi-random, that obviously won't work as intended. We'll just end up with a load of shit characters. One or the other, I haven't decided which. Anyway, let's blitz on with the actual building up, the actual cult management now. So we are going to carry on building our sort of central pentagon here and actually expanding the base out, so it's much deeper in the mountains, so we don't have to worry about raids too much, but we'll also keep this starting area as well for, I don't know, guests, visitors, whatever else we want to have, potential recruits, etc. So you guys all want to see the cult stuff, and I fully agree that we've fallen a little bit behind when it comes to the actual dedicated cult itself. I wanted to wait until we have a bigger area so we could build like a church style, you know, area for the cult to operate in, but I think if we wait that long, we're missing out a lot of potential time. So what we need is a cult altar, and you kind of see that it is a fairly large area we need for that, so I'm probably going to put it, yeah, I think it is going to have to go in here, isn't it? So we need to also gap behind it so that the preacher can stand there. We'll move the drug slab over to the other side, or something along those lines, just so we've got plenty of room here. But it's just a temporary setup until we, and I also like that it's opposite the monstrous goat-like sculpture. That's my favourite. Alright, let's get Eddie working on that immediately then. We need wood. Wait, do we have to build it out of wood, or can we build it out of anything else? I assume that's just a potential resource, right? We can build it out of sky steel. Whoa, that's kind of cool, especially if you want to worship like Cthulhu, the deep blue altar. That's nice. Bone altar, although that seems way more appropriate. Let's build ourselves a bone altar just for the time being, and then depending on what god we want to worship, we'll build the actual altar itself out of that. Now, there's this thing as well, the Sign of Dagon. So the Sign of Dagon is where you can summon hostile sort of aspects of the god. Does it say there? Where the Guardians of the Deep may roam, it's recommended to keep these outside of the colony. Once they arrive, the Guardians will defend the spot and the circle originated until their death. For those of you who have played Age of Mythology, this to me strikes me as something very similar to the Tartarian Pit, which is one of the Age of Mythology Titan powers you can get. This we want to put ideally when we've got a kill box, and this is also partly the reason why I wanted to corral people with these walls, like force them into a specific area, because everything that goes near this will be, well, this will be hostile to anyone that goes near it, including our own characters, including the own cult members. So if we put this too close to the base, our people are going to get mullered. So we want to put it in an area where everyone's going to walk through. So right now I'd be kind of tempted to put it there, because of course if anybody raids from up here, they're going to move down through this gap and walk past it. If anyone comes down here, they're going to move up past this mountain and past it in this area. So putting it kind of there is useful. For now, we're not going to install it, not until we can use it, because if the agency come and visit and see that on the floor, then they will freak the fuck out and they'll accuse us of, well, they can't really accuse us. They know that we're doing dirty cult things and they will try and wipe us out. So we don't really want that happening. Alright, let's build this church then. So we do have pews as well, don't we? So yeah, there we go. Linkable pews, lovely. Let's put a couple of those down just so that we can worship the dark. Let's scribble those out of bone. We absolutely can. Oh, this is going to be the world's greatest church, mark my words. There we go. Pope, eat your heart out. It's Eagles time. What happened to Krupp? What happened to Krupp last time? Oh my god, I remember. We had that surgery and he got absolutely mangled, and then we spent like 4,000 silver on a barnet jaw that we now have lost permanently. Great. So now we get to pick a god. Oh, we don't have any gods. Silly me. How do we make it so Igor can take control of the cult? So Bonnet is just the person who has founded the cult, but we can put Igor in charge of it once she's been basically recruited into things. I don't know how we set it so that, I mean, we have to research some gods first before we can do anything, but I don't know how we can make it so just Igor gets recruited for the time being and then switch her over. Now, the other guys, when we have someone else in charge of the colony, Bonnet's cult-mindedness will drop down as he's not the leader, and then Igor can basically wrest control of things. I mean, she's just basically the default. Oh god, her cult-mindedness is the lowest. I might have to do some fiddling around with that in the back end, but don't worry about things too much. Right, so what we need to do then for the next step of the cult is actually research someone to worship. Also, like the clothing as well, like the priest clothing would be kind of cool. But we actually do need a god to worship. Otherwise, you know, what's a cult if we're just sort of sacrificing crops to thin air? What have we got? We want to study. Oh, it's probe occult deities. That's it. Repeatable research to discover occult deities to worship. We want to do that as much as possible. This one increases the cult mindedness of whoever's researching. So actually, that's what we want to do. We want to get Igor studying those successful cults as a long-term thing at some stage. All we could even do is put the research bench inside like her bedroom and have the door to her bedroom locked so only she can access it. That way it'll prevent Krupp. Krupp will still be able to do his research and Igor will be able to do hers. Not simultaneously, but it won't interrupt. Like Krupp won't be the one getting the cult-mindedness, if that makes sense. So we want to probe occult deities. Can we get Igor to do that? What's her intellectual? 7. Could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. In that case, let's take Krupp off of research and let's put Igor onto research for the time being, seeing as this is kind of her wheelhouse technically right now. What she doing? Beating the fire out. We don't have to worry about that much longer. Oh god, I thought I'd limited the home area down, but apparently this area still counts as home area. Right, there you go. She's off to go and research. So this, in theory, should raise up their cold mindedness. I love that Krupp glows now that he's got his weird laser eye. Not like laser eye surgery, but like literally an eye with a laser beam coming out of it. Alright, and is that working as intended? Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, it's working so well. Holy shit, this could be pretty insane. So the one thing we didn't do is equip that Ultima Pearl that we spent basically all of our gold on, along with the goddamn jaw, but don't remind me of that. Good god, this is Pelvis version 2.0. Alright, so that gives him a slightly different lightsaber color. You can't really tell that, but each crystal has its own little bonuses there. So the Ultima Pearl, melee cooldown minus 35%, so he swings faster, and his melee stat multiplier, if we look at that, plus 186%, is pretty fantastic. The other crystal, which also wasn't bad, I'd like to point out, the Damned crystal, gives him accuracy at close range, short range, medium, and long range. So that's better for deflecting bullets, essentially, but only 130% multiplier on that one. So for actual melee combat, the Ultima Pearl is ridiculously good, like actually insanely powerful by comparison. Oh, he does count as a Sith Master now. Oh, no. Oh, God, what have I done? Sith Lord Krupp Voosh. I feel like that should be his title, huh, rather than whatever the hell he was. Like, head of Cybernetics. We're going to rename you to Sith Lord. You do deserve that. There you go. Welcome. Oh, God, what the hell is a Sith Lord? All right. Sith Lord. There we go. Perfect. He is now Sith Lord. You can't even argue with it. It says it right there. So another thing that is long overdue, and I need to make a habit of doing this basically after every raid, is sticking down a meditation pad. So when he sits on that, it will increase his force powers. Otherwise, they'll just tick up very slowly, sort of by themselves, which isn't particularly fantastic. If we, say, have a raid followed by another raid, and obviously as the difficulty increases, we're going to get raids more frequently. So I need to make sure after every raid he's coming in and having a nice sit down, having a little bit of a relax for the timing. Why is that muffalo there? Excuse me. Just you know, kind of having to sit around, getting his force powers back up so that he's ready to go again. Thermodome is attacked after being harmed. What? Okay, why do I give a shit about that? Oh god, it's our Dark Young that it's fighting. Bonnet, my friend. Oh shit, he's gonna probably kill the Dark Young as well, isn't he? You know what, Krupp? Now's your time. What is a Thermodome? I feel like of all the things for attack, the gigantic armored insect was probably not the best candidate there. Go and choke it out. Don't let our Dark Young die. Those things are way too difficult to tame, or way too risky to tame to let it just suddenly die. Oliver, please don't shoot my friend. Krupp, I would say fire off a lightning bolt. Yeah, prime example right here, needs to recover his force powers. Come on, get in there. How strong is this thing? Oh my god, it was pretty fucking strong. The fact that these dark ones are also super strong. It took it that long to fight it. Okay, what we're going to need then is an animal sleeping spot. Or I should have done that already, but we wanted an animal sleeping spot just to treat the damn thing now. Where are we going to put them? How about right next to the butcher's table? Just right there in the kitchen. That way if they piss me off, we can quickly turn them into a tasty snack for the prisoners. Oh god, yeah, I forgot about the prisoners. We got wiped out in Donnett's werewolf fury. If that was the gauntlet, they wouldn't have done a good job there. Are you seriously eating that? It's not like crazy apex predators. Not even apex predators. They're just completely nuts, huh? Hunting Donnet. We'll see about that one, my friend. Oh, we'll see who is the one who is hunted. I mean, it is Donnet. Donnet doesn't want to fight this one. Krynos, would be level 4 now? My god, this should be an interesting show of his strength. I mean, he is an absolute unit. I mean, look at the size of the lad. He's gigantic at this point. Bigger than the Dark one. Let's see if he is any good in hand-to-hand combat with nothing else going on here. So rage test, I assume it's just seconds, right? Oh wow, look at that. Damage 40. So we will form Krynos. 290% health scale, so he can take a ridiculous amount of damage. Body size plus 215, and he has 80% damage immunity. What happens when he gets 100% damage immunity? I would assume that's impossible, but I mean, by the other extent, I would assume at that stage, only silver weapons could harm him, right? I don't know. He's been hurting his... Oh, God, he's been shot in the eye with a blaster. And he's not blind. That's very strange. All right, good luck. Wow. Oh, my God, he already knocked it down to 64% off the bat. Jesus, that guy's ridiculous. Wow. Did he actually take any damage there? He got bitten in the leg, he got bitten in the shoulder. That's pretty nuts to say that those... I mean, you saw what those things were like fighting that other creature. Good God, Donitz, it's an absolute powerhouse. And this is exactly why a lot of you have been saying as well, maybe put him in a Crypto Sleep Casket during the Moon Fury, maybe turn Moon Fury off. I kind of want to keep Moon Fury going. Because there's you know, versus this guy versus already, might be able to solo raid at this point, I'm not entirely sure. But he is disgustingly overpowered now, and that's all down to the fact that we left Moon Fury on and kind of, you know, had to run away from him quite frequently. But that's not the point, you know. I feel like it's had more bonuses than drawbacks at this stage. So Igor is increasing her cult-mindedness, which is exactly what we need. Now, we will have to do this research over and over and over until we find a god that we want to worship. I feel like I kind of have to worship Cthulhu. Everybody knows what Cthulhu is. Out of all of the Lovecraftian gods, Cthulhu is obviously well in the most famous one. And I've never actually worshipped Cthulhu. And I know he has a lot of powers that can imbue the specific worshipper with, you know, his power. So Igor really has nothing else going for her, you know? Like, Corrupt, Sith Lord, Force powers. Donitz can obviously turn into that disgusting werewolf. Job's a vampire, and Bonnet is a lich. Igor is just Igor. You know, Igor doesn't do anything. Igor's just, you know, a glorified priest right now. So I kind of want to worship a god that can give her, specifically her, some disgusting powers. Some, like, to put her as an equal with all of the other 4 faction leaders. We've discovered Hasta, the Yellow King. So Hasta was the one we worshipped last series. So I won't be going for Hasta this time around because I sort of know what he does. There we go. You can see Hasta, the King in Yellow, the Unspeakable One, the Yellow Sign, the Feaster from Afar, and the Pallid Mask. So, there you go. The King in Yellow lives in, where is it again? That sunken city of... I don't remember, but it's also the name of a city in Game of Thrones. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Let's go for round 3. Round 2, study occult deities. I forgot that we did the successful cults. Never really did that either. I guess the whole point of that research is it probably doesn't do anything besides increase cult mindedness. I imagine that's probably all it does, right? It's just a way of increasing that whilst, you know, I guess the sacrifice to that extent would be you don't get to research after a long period of time if you're doing that one. But, yeah, that's not a bad idea in hindsight. So how's she doing? Sanity Lost Miner, we have to be careful of this. And obviously, like I talked about before, one of the ways to counter that is by building a writing table. We could use the stone cutters table and just have her making a stone tablet. Say 5 stony. What do you mean by stony? You mean like stone bricks, yeah? Oh no, apparently also jade counts as stony. I suppose it probably would. Right, so let's put down a writer's table very quickly. Let's also move this bloody drugs lab from the middle of my church, damn it. Reinstall that back behind there. Excuse me, Undead. I've got some work for you. Can you hurry the hell up? Right, there we go. Alright, so let's reinstall that one to there. That way it's still effective all the 5 cabinets. Can we also make medicine? We can. 3 cloth, 1 Nutramine, and 1 medicine. We can make Nutramine from sack. Sorry? What Nutramine sack? Where do we get those? Because those sound like they're probably from an animal or something. We might have to start maybe doing a little bit of research into what animal does that, because that seems like it could be super, super useful. The whole reason we're making medicine, by the way, is A, it will save our lives, but B, we're also making anesthetic rifles. We've already made 2, I've given them to Reese and Eddie there, so that we can try taking people alive. You know, there are a lot of super high, powerful, specific characters this time in Rimworld. Normally, you save it for, like, you know, people with high skills or whatever. This time around, you know, if a fire mage turns up, we might not see another fire mage for 50 years. So I want to make sure that when these people turn up, we have every advantage and every chance we have of taking them alive. Even if it means, you know, maybe taking a little bit of damage on the chin ourselves to ensure that it'll happen. So if they say shooting at Krupp, maybe not having him fight back so that the anesthetic people can get over here and knock him down. Alright, Krupp, time to meditate. Let's make sure we are... Sorry? Recreation starved during recreation. Try again later. Thank you, appreciate that. We'll wait for him to get out. What is that? Attacked preacher? Let's say matters into our own hands. A cult that should be stopped. Oh, so because cult mindedness is so low, Krupp attacked Bonnet, which is the preacher right now. Maybe that's why Krupp took so much damage, or had that damage associated with it. He hasn't like lost a leg or something. Apparently not. Log? What was that? Versus that one. Yeah, that's not it. Tedisa versus insects. Okay, is that what we call the Southeastern Tedista? Really? Huh. Well, that's not right at all, is it? We were called like Chaos last time or something like that. We're going to go back to that one. Just until I can think of a better name. Oh, god damn it. The fucking save game. I think it's where we had to load back after I rolled back from the... Donitz and Dart with a form of bomb, by the way, named her August. Lovely August, the Dark Young. We had to roll back, obviously, after the Alien vs. Predator mod was installed and then quickly uninstalled because it bugged everything out. So that's why the name change didn't actually stick. There we go. It's right the way back up to full force now. And Igor has just discovered another entity. We've got Starving Vampire. Wait, what? Fee-far-fee? Oh, God, because it's a undead. It has no need for... Wait, what? So if we say feed animals, what about then? Are you going to go... Oh! No, it's just literally instantly filled up. How odd. I think it's because it's a vampire that's also undead, so it doesn't need blood, but it still gets the... It doesn't seem like it's leveling up either much. Because we've had this guy for quite a while now, and he's only getting such a small amount of XP. Very weird. We'll have to keep a close eye on that one. So he's also a gangrel, the same as Jilp. But I hope that doesn't cause any issues. Anyway, Igor, what was I talking about? Yeah, Igor found another one of the deities. We found Nyarlathotep. Is Nyarlathotep more powerful than Cthulhu? I don't remember off the top of my head. So, Deity Nyarlathotep. There we are. Wow. Crawling Chaos, the Faceless God, the Dweller in the Darkness, the Haunter in the Dark, and the Bloody Tongue. Madness, Manipulation, Deception, and Wishes. Well, there we go. Nyarlathotep is the will of the Outer Gods and often acts as a direct agent in mortal affairs, posing as a mortal himself. That could be cool. Oh, that could be very interesting. Okay, and what powers do we get out of that one then? So let's say we want to worship Nyarlathotep for some strange reason. Why is Bonnet still the preacher? I hate that so much. Deity and Nyarlathotep. What do we get? Offering... How do you pick rewards? I don't remember. Okay, fee far fee, offering plants, mount... I don't remember how you get the bonuses from it in hindsight. I guess maybe we have to make better standing with the god or whatever. Nyarlathotep, tempting. Sounds like a cool god, but I still want to go for Cthulhu because it's such the obvious choice. Oh, good. Oh, good. At least it didn't land on the obelisk, so we've got that going for us, which is quite nice. Okay, the psychic ship. In theory, this shouldn't be such a big deal. Luckily, it landed right next to the kill box, which is very nice. We're not playing with combat extended, so we don't need to worry too much about, you know, EMP grenades or anything like that. Though, I don't think that using anesthetic rifles against gigantic steel tanks are a particularly great idea. So we are going to swap those out for grenade. Apply silver treatment to... Oh, so they're useful against werewolves. Okay, that's interesting. Obviously, we don't want to do that because we'll probably end up just killing Donets with it. Go and get Nim Slug Thrower. You go and get... What's the next? Let's check our weapon DPS here and see what we've got. Chain Shotgun. Where is that? Right there, apparently. Eddie, come grab yourself a Chain Shotgun, my friend. Everyone else is pretty decently equipped, aren't they? These Star Wars blasters, though they are tiny little blasters, are surprisingly powerful. And then, of course, we've got Krupp. Alright, this seems like... I think we're already in a situation where we're capable of fighting these guys. Jopper, you're alright, my man. What happened? Bruise Rhinoceros Torn. Bruise? What? Peric healing? There we go, problem solved. Oh, God, sunlight exposure. Shit, we're still dealing with this. We still haven't built a roof area on this, for Christ's sake. Okay, let me deal with that, because this happens every single raid, whereby we start the raid and then Jilp catches fire. Can we just, like, maybe build roof? Cannot prioritize, cannot self-tend. Okay, maybe let's patch Jilp up first and deal with this immediate problem, which is, you know, let's flip this back into a hospital as well while I'm here. Not for prisoners, thank you. And let's make all this medical. Awesome, right. Jilp, go lie down. We'll build the roof on this one, and then we'll get ready to fight these goddamn mechanoids. Jilp, run! Oh, for fuck's sake, man. It was like another few inches, you fool. Alright, I think it's time. Let's see if we can't get these guys run for the money. I actually might move everyone slightly up a little bit further, and then we'll move Krupp into position to try and body block any sort of scythers that come through, and maybe he'll also soak up some fire there. Alright, is everyone in range? What about, like, this? Yeah, even the smallest weapons capable of hitting that. Okay, good luck. This is going to be an absolute mess. Wait, when's the next full moon? One day, okay. Thought I'd double check that just in case we get into Moon Fury during the middle of this massive fight. Oh, God, that is a lot of fucking lancers, huh? Oh, shit, that could be a real problem, because these guys are super, super accurate. Alright, blast him. What a fucking shot, my god, man. Krupp sent a wild ricochet, shattering the Lancer's reactor. My god, he blasted it in its reactor with Force Lightning. Sith Lord Krupp is ascended. I think he is one of our strongest colonists at this stage. Right, let's hope these embrasures hold. Come on. Okay, Krupp, you can basically solo that Scyther, no problem. If anybody can, it's Krupp. Come on. You can do it, my man. You've got that Create Dragon Pearl. Or is it Ultima Pearl this time, isn't it? Nice. Okay. Now let's maybe, because they're still going to be focusing fire on the ship part, I don't know, I guess we could just let Krupp maybe take out the other Lancers. Oh, what a fucking shot. This guy is getting a... Oh, don't walk in front of the bullets. Good God, otherwise they'll reflect rack and end up killing our people. Alright, then we've just got this guy. Well, that was easy. Holy shit, these guns are pretty fantastic, but, I mean, in no short thanks to Krupp there, who basically... I think he could have soloed this. I'm going to be honest. I think he could have absolutely soloed this with no issue, seeing as he basically did anyway. Thank you, everyone. Fun raid. Good. We might need to crank the difficulty up. That's cool. So they actually sell the healing spell, which we could teach to Bonnet. So it's mage spell. Now, from what I remember, Mage spells are generic, so any magical character is capable of learning that. We'll sell you the pemmican, because I don't think we're ever going to touch that. In fact, we'll sell you the insect jelly, because people get nothing but bloody food poisoning from that anyway. They also buy it for a decent amount. They've got new training, so I'll take that off your hands. I don't particularly want a go juice. Don't really want mana potion. They do have some plasteel there as well. We'll take the heal. What does Dirt Devil do? Create a whirlwind that seeks out and cleans filth inside the home area. Okay, pretty good. Invisibility. Ooh, that could be cool. We've got a lot of unrefined magicite, but we've got so much of that shit anyway that it's going to be a long time before we use it all, and we will take you a little bit of gold. Nuggets as big as your fist. Thank you. We're done. Goodbye. Okay. So what was the important thing about that? Right, that mage spell, of course. So I think, I might be wrong on this one, that you can read that. Yeah, you absolutely can, and that does continue the ability to heal. A healing lich. A little bit weird, I'll be honest with you. But I guess, you know, headcanon, they've got they know fully how human / vampire / werewolf / Sith Lord bodies work. So maybe they're a bit more adept at that. Cool thing about this is we can right click and that's now autocast. So if we send him into Jilp, as long as he's got the magic to do so, he will heal him back up with his magic. He will heal him back up with his magic, or not. Oh, it's probably because his wounds are already tended, right? But anyway, I'll just show this off very quickly. You can do that, bloom, and I think it removes these. So he's got four debuffs right now, four damage. Didn't actually do a fucking thing. Maybe it doesn't work on vampires, probably because they're undead. It doesn't casting healing spells against the undead like, oh, that one works. Oh, it also increases magic skill. Oh, nice. So this is cool. So he's a high enough level wizard now. Was it when you hit when you hit level 20, you get to use this Mentor magic. And that will basically allow you to, expend a little bit of magic, something like that? Yeah. So 25 base mana cost down there. Spend 25 mana, teach another person, and give them some XP, and this character also gains some XP. So that's a very useful thing to have. Only experienced mages can do that, though. And that seems super appropriate for the guy who's going to be head of the wizards. Siege from the 13th Infantry Division. Alright, perfect. So I have, like I said earlier, I have made an effort, and I have got Krupp fully healed up with his, oh, apparently our Dart one's already in there just ripping him apart. Okay, well that's pretty great. Oh man, I thought that was something scary then. Okay, so what's that, like 3 down already? Thank you, Dart One, much appreciated. That wasn't ours, it turns out, just a wild one. So, Krupp is now capable of launching off his force abilities. You know what, I want to put my money where I'm at this. I said this guy could potentially solo raids. Let's see if that's true. See if that's true, to send him out by himself and see if we can wipe out these guys without the need of anyone else. They are a siege anyway, so we do ideally want to move in and stop them before this gets out of hand. So what have we got? Lightsaber defense. I really want to go for that so he's capable of reflecting just all these bullets. What have they brought over? Sendery shells. That's very rude. That's incredibly rude when half my base is still made of friggin', still made of wood. Goodbye, Hippo. Get blasted. Oh, they are opening fire. Alright, slow. Slowly does it. Okay, take out Hippo. Nice. We're starting the colony. Okay. Do we want to pull that now, or do we just want to charge forward? Because if we run away, they can still shoot at him. I think we just move in. Okay, that one bounced off. Good. Keep bouncing off. Oh, it does slow him down, though. This guy is apparently coming into melee range against a guy with a double-bladed lightsaber. That's it, they're done. Goodbye. I thought that said something else other than Hitler, then. Gonna be completely frank with you. I did think it said Hitler. Choke out Hitler, and then let's also hit him with a lightning bolt. You're welcome. All it took to defeat Hitler was a single Sith Lord. Is he any good? He's got good shooting, he's got good melee, he's got high passion in animals, he's got fairly okay construction. You're not bad. Psychopath and Jealous. Psychopath is one of the best Rimworld traits in my opinion. You could potentially be welcomed into the colony. Death in 7 hours. So because he's choking, because we've given him just force burns, it's not life-threatening shit, it's just burns. So he's not going to bleed out and he's not going to die, more importantly. Sure. Let's bring you on board, and let's see if we can't set up Donnetz's, don't forget, at full moon's approaching, Donnetz's magical gauntlet adventure. Alright, what I'll do then is we'll also turn these into non-medical beds. Just so these obviously count as medical because they're friggin' operating tables, right? Get him and bring him back. Capture Hiller. Welcome, my friend. Igor has been initiated into the cult. That is the best news I could have ever seen in my whole life, and that's because Igor's cult mindedness rose to the degree, I think it's past the, so when it's past the second threshold there, they will be able to join the cult, which means we can now basically set Igor as cult leader. So, Preacher, Igor, perfect. That's problem solved right there. We don't want to worship Nyarlathotep. I'm still open to literally any other god, but Nyarlathotep seems the coolest right now. If it takes a particularly long time to get Cthulhu, might avoid it, but I also think, everybody knows who Cthulhu is. Medical emergency, why? Who? Hitler. Sorry, that was genuinely a mistake. I wasn't even joking with that one. He's fine, nothing to worry about. Okay, cool, thank you. We could also send in, obviously, Bonnet, who is now apparently he's already healed someone. That's cool, so it does actually auto work. He might have even shot him with that. So it does say fee. You see there, the vitality of Vitae is nearly run dry there. Just ignore it, apparently, because it would just immediately top up whenever that pops up. Ah, we discovered Bast. Okay, so it's another one of the Egyptian. Some of these gods are Egyptian, like Nyarlathotep and Bast are clearly is what that is based on. Let's take a look at Bast. Wow. Kawaii fucking Desune. What the hell are you talking about? Why have we got a literal furry and then just a filthy, disgusting outer god? Really? That's so tonally dissonant. I love it. Okay, cool. Titles: Pasht, Basset, Bubasti, Ubasti, Goddess of Cats, Daughter of Reed, Chewer of Corpses. I like the last one. This does not tell me chewer of corpses. This says Yif, not chewer of anything. Well, I mean, obviously something. Bast is the Egyptian goddess of cats. All cats will follow the command of Bast, and some say her influence has reached the far-flung worlds of the Rim. No, you are not getting worshipped on the just simply based on the fact that you are an anime, and God hates anime. Let's go for maybe probing some more occult deities. A little disappointed by that one, I will admit. Fucking Frog Industries, great. Okay, well, I immediately want to trade with these guys. Sorry, Igor, can you stop trying to dig up information about Cthulhu? Instead, we need to speak with my good friend Frog Industries. What have they got? Oh, they sell rabbits. Of course they do. What the fuck is a munchkin cat? A sweet temper breed of domestic cats, perfect for snuggling. Great, just what we need. Snuggles. Let's sell. Okay, well, let's take a look at what we can sell. Oh, there are bulk goods traders who buy fucking everything, don't they? This is great news. Buy cloth. We do need cloth. We don't need any other furs, basically. They got like thrombo fur, to be fair. We got human-like and human. We got so much human leather. We could build like a full human leather cult gear. That's my goal from now on. Let's sell all this garbage then. We've got the thrombo fur, so we'll sell them that. We'll buy the medicine. Don't particularly want calcium polymer, so we're going to research that next so we can start building the base out of bone, but like bone that actually looks nice rather than just, you know, garbage bone. In fact, they've got a whole bunch of bone ash, which I'm going to buy. Is calcium polymer the upgrade of bone ash? Plastic formed from hydroxapite and calcium ceterate, stearate, extracted from bone. Cool. Weaker than metals. Okay, so that doesn't seem fantastically useful. The fact that it's also cheaper probably means that the bone ash is a lot stronger, so we'll stick with that one then, huh? What else do you guys sell, or what can we sell? Let's start with that one. Yeah, obviously get rid of all of this garbage. Oh, this is good. Bulk goods trader, you've done it again. They actually didn't have any sort of particularly groundbreaking things, you know, no bionics, no power armor, anything like that, so I bought just useful shit. We've got a bunch of components there. We've got some plasteel, neutramium, we got some cloth. Did I buy? Yeah, no, I meant to buy cloth, didn't I? Because we need it for, like, furniture, things like that, clothes making. What else did we get? So we did get some doormats. That was probably the most useful thing I've... What the fuck is that? That's not what I thought it would be, I'll be completely frank with you. We will put down these doormats, though, just because it will kind of save a little bit of time and effort spent on dealing with dirt being dragged into the base. That's kind of annoying. The whole reason I bought two is if we put one on this door, one on the other one, but they're such a weird fucking shape. Sure, we'll put it there. There we go. Then we've only got to worry about the prison. What I'll do is I'll forbid these as well, so all the dirt stays in the prison, and that way we shouldn't need to clean our main base too much then. Aha. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Given that there are so many different gods to get Cthulhu on like the 4th or 5th attempt is pretty decent. I think, you know we gotta do it. Come on, it's Cthulhu. Everyone knows who the hell Cthulhu is. And there he is. He's the big boy himself. Head priest of the great old ones, the great dreamer, the sleeper of Releth, the star spawn, sanity, madness, Sarnex, dreams, and water. So, not actually one of the most powerful gods at all. It's certainly no outer god, let's put it like that. And it's a descendant of, what is it, like Azathoth, and then that was, something else, and then something else. One of the gods' names I'm actually not going to say, because I think it will get me banned from YouTube. Let's have morning and evening sermons as well, so that Cthulhu will eventually notice us and give us his many, many gifts. I think we have to be, I think the god has to actually stand, we have to have some standing with it, and then another tab pops up on this screen that says, like, oh, Cthulhu. So we would call this the Cult of Igor, as an homage to the previous series, the Cult of Igor. Offerer, Igor. What do we want to offer? Plants. We could offer meat. We have a lot of human meat, don't we? An impressive amount of meat. Can we even offer that much? I don't think so. Let's go like a sizable amount of meat then. Igor, make offering to Cthulhu. How do we do that? We click like the offering button, right? Boom. There we go. Okay. And then Igor is going to hold a sermon to start off with, and then she's going to sacrifice, I would assume. Hang on. Make an offering. The offerings are kind of a pain in the ass, because if something interrupts her, she'll just leave it there and not do anything. Lentils, actually not meat, can confirm that one. There we go. That wasn't actually that much. Oh shit, we could probably afford to do more than that then. And then we are ignored, but you can see their progress to next level, 1.74 out of 2.5. This is cool. And then higher tiers, it says that offers spells in return for human sacrifice. So I think no more probing occult deities. Let's move up to the altar of sacrifice and then eventually human sacrifice as well. So that if our prisoners, let's say they fail the gauntlet, or if they're just garbage, we can at least do something with them so that they're not, you know, so they're not completely going to waste. We can trick them at Cthulhu instead. It would be very, very grateful. We're going to leave this one here for today. I have specifically made this one slightly longer because of that little intro we had explaining various things, but I thought this was a perfect place to leave it. Actual progress. Who says I never listened to the comment section? There you go. There is your cult all set up nicely gathered there. We've got a Sith Lord. We've got, on the front row, a lich and a werewolf, and then we've got Julp sat next to his zombie, vampire, elder thing friend. Welcome to Rimworld, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Let's give a shout out to the patrons, without which this series would not be possible. While I'm on the subject of patrons, I've added a VIP tier. So if you are a patron who have been a patron for a long time, get in touch. I think we've managed to get everybody between me and Sydney. We've managed to track down everybody who should be part of that VIP tier. It's intended for long-term patrons. So go take a look. I explain it all on Patreon. I explain it all in Discord as well. But let's give a shout out to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, at Moses, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Blurry Bunny, Sidini, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Demon Daenerys, Donald, Fukuno Vasquez, Fungus King, Gogolus, Harik, Jimbo, Josh Lindy and Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Mr. Smug, Muskratful, Nathan Flores, Nathan Flores? Twice on my list, excuse me. Necrophilm, Pelvis Presley, Skaz, Sirthal the Swede, Stannis the Manis, Toby Cruz, Tom Terror 18, Tyler Kendall, Vickers Backers, and Zazzy7011. Thank you for your support, the Insane Tier Lovers on Patreon. Thank you for making the series possible in the first place. Hope you guys are enjoying a little bit of a cult here. A little bit of our strange little cult. Don't forget, I will be taking names this series as well the second we start getting some recruits. In fact, if you guys want to be a zombie, let me know. And you guys can absolutely be a zombie. In the meantime, let's also give a shout out to Acero, Adam Person, Akari, Andrew Wilson, Arachnid44, Ben Trope, Betsamus Max, Beta Valerian, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Dunconi217, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, I Swallow Cum, I See the Great, didn't even try it that time, did I? I See the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Jose, You Under Ruse, Jessica Smith, John Holiday, Johnny No, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plock, Justin Walters, Lasmi, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Matthew, Marcus, Monty, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pansamu, Pantherpearl, Payback 1-7, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch, Billionaire, Shari, Smirtone, Talar, The Insane Pickle, The Forsaken One, Wesley Grayson, Will Wade, Wolfie, Yorkus, and Zico. Thank you. Welcome to the cult.